fucking quarterback that's like 60 overall.
Austin, he's probably got some sort of crazy madness behind it. Excuse me. Did you get the invite?
Yeah, and I closed out and it didn't work. It didn't
Oh.
take me to.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Start this stuff. Alrighty. What colors are you wearing?
Purple.
What did I wear last time? White or yellow or orange? I say yellow.
I think orange.
Alright, I'm gonna go white this time. Oh, son of a...
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears.
Getting better. That one was
This will be
great.
a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The ball carrier.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Damn, Trey.
And that was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry.
That's not how this
That's a quick
shit
little
started.
completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Roquan Smith in on
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Come on. What happened to you, Jackson? What you here trip on, bro? You shoelaces? Oh, my God.
51 yards.
51 freaking yards.
Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game.
The what?
So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, people will be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Yeah, he's taking that.
Close to a 40-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against.
And I got David Montgomery back.
Now we know why
He's
the
healthy.
offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Damn it, I went to the big
Defenses in
hit.
the
Oh my
NFL
God, the
for a
puppies
reason.
are psycho.
We just saw one example right there.
They're like little raptors, dude.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling.
Ooh!
Now you're
Yaga.
trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down Bears.
Huh?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I don't want to breathe into the mic. It's like...
From the gun, Murray. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in.
Hey, Joe,
He's got this down to the 35. 14 yards to the Chicago 1st down.
I got
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver.
Where'd you find that in the
really
trash?
good completion.
Yeah. Quarter receiver.
First down, Murray.
No, I'm not even joking. That's yours.
Oh, come on.
Jimmy Graham.
Turn around.
Brought down, but
I
not
would
before
say that
they're
was his all
inside
day
the
for the taking.
25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Chicago.
First down, here's the run of Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Oh, good.
He's coming and he's taken down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Yeah.
Shotgun now from Murray.
Yeah.
Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 44-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
6 yards on that last play.
My
Here's
buddy's
2nd
over
and
that
4. Now Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup.
What'd you say?
Leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down.
Got a good one there.
Back right around the 48-yard line. Bilal Nichols just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Allen off the bootleg.
Damn.
Pressure to
My controller's about to
goes
die.
down once more. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's now 3rd down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll fire this one deep for Hurns. Backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Man, you should have just ran.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
Yeah. He was trying to get it to Wrigley. Picked up by the corner, Anthony Barr. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
Oh, good ball.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys
Artemis, no, get up there. Get up there and lay down.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful
First points, good boy.
Look the ball in, securely
Scored on that exact same play
after the
last
catch
time.
that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is
Austin
out on the
showed me
field,
that one.
and
It
they will
worked.
send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Oh my God.
His body and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's a bummer. It's a nice place out there, too. I've been wanting to shoot, but
A reminder,
I wanna
once
get a
we hit
gun, but she
halftime,
won't
as we
let me
do
get
all
one.
season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in
that's
progress
what I'm
around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
And he will score.
oh my God.
Touchdown, Vikings.
It's not late.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception.
Oh my God,
his
dude.
second.
I'm about
his
tired of this
second
game.
one.
This is an everyday, like, this is what happens to me when I'm just confused.
It's a touchdown.
I don't get it.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of it.
They're wide open and then out of nowhere it closes every
so
time.
well. Yeah, they didn't get overexcited. Busted the defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're starting through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game.
What the actual fuck?
But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments.
I didn't think he was going to get this.
Backup may see some time.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense.
Oh,
right?
I missed.
You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st down, Bears.
Now Montgomery. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he'll be hit as
I
he
hate this
it,
game,
and
dude.
that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. Harrison Jackson Smith on the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back him up 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. A final shot before half for Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. First and 10, here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to have to eat this.
I knew I'd get one with it.
Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. To try again after the sack. Murray flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. First rounder, Trey Waynes. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
How do I give you the game, bro,
A
to be
6-yard
honest?
pickup brings up
I have no idea.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
There's not too much time left. 4.5.
Here's a quick throw. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield. And there's another completion.
That's what they said. Dude, they told me to go get the application out for. They took my name and everything. She asked me to write it down. She's like, before you go, will you write your name for me?
That play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Sorry, bro.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Good thing to start.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You can get it ready.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Vikings 34, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the try. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception.
Why don't you just run the ball instead of throwing
starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Cook.
The 32-yard line.
Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He was brought down by a keen kick.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
And 5.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Safety.
God damn it.
Oh, no, you're barely out.
And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And again, the run defense.
Oh, you got lucky again.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down.
Murray going to throw.
You wouldn't throw it.
They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now.
49-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
On the carry.
4 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to
Not right
do.
offhand. If I see anything, I'll let you know.
Kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is. The things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Vikings on third down.
Yeah.
They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker.
I haven't got
Find a way to
anything yet.
convert on third
I mean, I
and
got
inches.
mine, but I haven't used it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to take this down close to the first down at about the Bears' 29.
Oh,
And
my
carries
lineman's
like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
Joe, is that you or your
Keep
boy
that
that be
offense
playing?
on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Oh, that's my son.
Nice
I
run
play
there,
with him
9
every once in
yards,
a while.
and it'll be second down.
Second and a yard.
That Cold War? That duty or not? Do you play Cold War or Call of Duty at all? Or?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of
Warzone
what
once
has
in a
been
while.
a
I don't have
one-sided affair.
a new one yet.
I don't know.
I didn't even play Warzone all
So the
that much.
Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Cook.
Oh, no way. Damn it, that's 2 games in a row,
These
people.
guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly
Damn it,
not
Cook.
what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the
Catch it.
scouting report from my coaches.
Oh,
If
come
someone had
on.
a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you
I'm
give
just
more extra
padding the
attention to
stats
him.
at this point.
Get after the football.
I
He's
understand.
dropped it the last couple of games.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Oh, that hurts too.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's
I'm
cost
making sure you lose in some
And just a
sense.
single punt for
Yeah,
him
I've
in the
lost
loss
2
last week
players.
as he sends this one away.
Bullshit.
And Dooley to return.
2 key players.
Nice
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Ought to make it 3, right?
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
For a week or two.
2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
On the carry. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
It's an out. They've got movement off one. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that
Yeah.
means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Cook following the penalty. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Yeah, he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Good game,
The
Joe.
final seconds have ticked away in this
Good
Minnesota
game.
victory.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Charles,
It was
this might
fun.
be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Minnesota, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.